for episode 4. It's Lonnie.
It's Bree.
It's Nelly.
And we are back with another episode, and we have a special guest.
Ooh.
So our special guest today is my near and dear boyfriend, Renard Lane. So say hi to everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Sorry.
That was cute.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Renard Lane, her boyfriend.
Precisely. Yeah, so today's episode, we're talking all about friendship dynamics and relationships, what that looks like, and is your significant other allowed to have friendships of the opposite sex?
Woo.
So this is going to be an interesting conversation.
But y'all know we have to start off with the usual Dear Friends for our Dear Friends series. So I'll kick us off. Dear friends, I love y'all. I wish y'all nothing but the best, and I'm always here to support y'all.
That's cute. Dear friends, it's getting cold outside, so if you ask me to go out, it may be probably a no. I'm staying in the house.
Dear friends, save me a plate for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
That's cute. Dear friends, man, I love y'all. Even though we argue a lot, I just want to make sure y'all stay safe.
That's good.
That's so nice.
That was a good one. I love to hear men tell their friends that they love them. I think that's so
That's
important.
the only time you argue too much.
But no, it's like so important because I feel like it's sometimes the masculinity gets in the way and like y'all don't tell each other that. And then, you know, God forbid, life's short. So if something happened, you be like, dang, I ain't tell that man I loved him. Like, and you do. You got to be honest and open with your homies, your bros.
No, life is definitely short, and you learn it too fast. Don't miss out on something you don't want to, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like we gotta lead with you on the whole friendships dynamic because, of course, the male perspective is not here most of the time. So your best friendships, how did you get them? Like, are they long term? Are they short term?
Well, growing up, I did a lot of moving around, and I don't have friends. Like, some people been friends since they was 5 years old. I ain't had that, but in all honesty, I used to do a lot of bad things, and that's how I met my man, Lee. We both came to a conclusion that we wanted to stop. We had the same mindset. We changed our life around, and we started playing basketball. And when you got somebody with the same mindset as you, that's when you realize you got a friend, you know what I'm saying? So he's my brother, like, for life. He love where I live. Can't let people know where you live. You know where my mother stays. Y'all laughing, I'm serious.
No, but it's just so intense.
No, like, you can't let
People can't know where you live.
For real, like, I don't want you to know where my mother live, you know what I'm saying? Because people got ill intentions at the end of the day, but I got the most trust in him out of anybody. You know, I got him, my other man, Shaw. He was the one that was always good. And you need that in your circle when you're not used to it, you know what I'm saying? Just to bring you back down. Like, you got that hype friend, you got that calm friend, you in the medium. So when you got a good person on your side, you got to keep him around too. Then I got Bree. Bree is my sister. That's my twin. She's bad. She's terrible.
You're a real sister?
No.
Okay.
I
just want to clarify for the people.
Oh, no, okay. She became my friend in the, like, most cliche way ever. Like, it's my first day in the new school, and I was walking with the basketball coach. She walked up and said, "Hey, you're the new basketball player." I tried to be cute, and I put my deep voice on, put my chest out. Yeah, that's me. She was like, "Oh, ew." But, yeah, I'm your cheerleader, so we're going to be friends. And ever since that day, we really became friends. And yeah, now, like, I got so much love for her that I look at her as a sister. And, like, I'm going to do anything for her, just like I do anything for my brothers and my family.
That's cool.
I'm loving the answers.
I
I'm loving the transparency. So, do you find, those friends you've had for a while, so are you making new friends or that's your circle, that's it?
I'm not going to say I'm making new friends. I'm open to it, but like you said, going from when I met them to what I've been through, I feel like having a new friend now, you're still not going to be able to compete with my old friends, which means you're always going to be on the back burner, you know what I'm saying? But I can still grow love for you over time, but at the end of the day, I don't think something's going to get you as close as I am with them. And, you know, having too many friends ain't always good because you get too many friends, you start to be out there more, you don't want that. I don't want it for myself because you just can't do that with everybody.
I don't be thinking like that.
I know. I feel like that's like men is more like survival almost. Like you gotta keep your circle small because like, you know, women are a little more open like to building new friendships and I don't know, it's still difficult as adults, but I feel like it's definitely more like having associates and like widening that circle a little bit. But man, y'all be having 2-3 friends and be good. Like, that's crazy.
That's how it should be.
So, this is a random question, and I'm not imposing this on y'all, but you're getting married, your groomsmen, you only have those 2, or do you go beyond?
Well, no. So groomsmen to me, like I don't want to bring to a sad level. I know who gonna carry my casket. It's not gonna be 2 people.
Right.
But I got family members that I look at as like my family. But you know we're blood, but you're my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I got people that I look at as my older brothers. Yeah. So I got groomsmen. I got people that's lined up for certain things. Like my groomsmen not gonna be the same people carrying my casket. Yeah, because
Hey, you was organized.
I'm telling you, it's different perspective. Like you could be here for the happiest moments, but you wasn't there for the saddest moments. So why would I let you carry my casket if you ain't carried me throughout my whole life? You know what I'm saying? From when I met you before, like anybody can be a groomsman. Like my sister, she's planning on getting married. She's planning on getting married.
What?
We don't need one. That's a different story for a different day. But he said he wanted me to be his groomsman. Which,
Yeah.
And that's respectable because I'm the little brother.
Right.
Okay, but I don't think he's gonna want me to carry his casket.
Right.
No, so yeah, different
that makes
situation
sense.
comes for different
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
I ain't thinking about who carrying my
No,
casket.
for real.
I don't want to leave that up to y'all. Once I roll on, that's it. Whoever got to do it, got to do
Get me
it.
in. Actually, I want to be cremated, so don't even carry nothing.
All right. Right. Let's bring it back because sometimes they go a little far. Let's roll it back in. All right. So switching over into relationships. So you all have a pretty new relationship, and with that, like you had your friends before your relationship, and same thing with you, Lonnie. So how have you all been meshing that with, like, you have your sister Bree, who is clearly a woman. So how does that work within the relationship?
I mean, me personally, like, I just feel like if you have friendships, you have friendships. Like, I'm not the person to be like, oh, but you can't have female friends. Like, I should be able to trust you enough to be honest with me about what kind of friendships that you have with a woman or a female. And I should be able to trust you enough to just stick to it as just a friendship. Like, I'm not going to tell you that you can't be friends with a certain person. That's just not, like, ideal. And we're adults. Like, we have different types of friendships all the time. Like, me personally, I don't have a lot of male friendships. I can think of, like, one, like, male that I'm friends with. But, like, what? I don't. I don't. Like, so not like friends that, like, I can literally, like, call my friend. Like, I may know, like, a lot of people. I may have associates, but I don't have, like, a male friend, like, except for, like, one person I can think of. But as far as, like, our relationship, I don't think it necessarily, like, affects how we move. As long as the trust and honesty is there, that's all I really care about. I don't, I'm not going to tell him that, oh, you can't be friends with her because she's a female. Like, that's not fair.
Do you feel the same
No,
way?
I do. I feel like, but you brought up the fact, having new friendships. I feel like if you're in a relationship, then that new friend coming in shouldn't just be your friend. You're in a relationship, it should be our friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't
Love
be
that.
like
I like
yourself.
that.
I like that. I
Y'all
like
like
that
it too much
perspective.
right now.
I like the perspective. I
Tell
do.
me
I
I'm
really.
wrong.
No, we will. No, they come when we
When
get
they come
there.
across, we be like,
No,
wait a
I think
minute.
that's how it should be, like, because when you look at relationships, you're a whole, like, we don't go out, we go out to eat, but we don't go out. And, like, I go out with females, but I don't go out with females by myself. We talked about this last night. She's like,
Literally, we
you're
talked
not
about this
going to
last
invite
night.
me out anywhere. Okay, well, I go out with my brothers. I don't want to be around 4 dudes and I'm the only one with my girl with me. That's...
See now, let's get into it because that's a conversation that I have in my relationship as well. So sometimes it's like, yeah, like come out, but then sometimes it's like not. So what's a boys' night? I don't understand is if it's a boys' night, y'all gonna be around other women. So it's like, why can't I go?
That's not always the case that you're going to be around other women. Let me ask you
I'm going
this.
to old man's club.
Let me say, no, I mean, but that don't mean I'm gonna be around women. It's just you spending time with your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Just like females do what?
I was about to say, girls like,
girls trips, all that.
But no, let's be honest, it's different. When men go out, women are going to expect them to buy them drinks, to like, do the whole
Yeah,
nine.
They
you
can
only
expect all you
expecting it,
want.
right?
No, but I'm saying it's not the same. Like, I just don't feel like men go out and just like kiki like how women do.
It's just the environment is different. Like,
Yeah.
while girls
I think-
may do like a night in,
Or like a nice happy
restaurant,
hour or something.
They like to go to the club, but they really be just drinking and slapping
Oh.
each other on the back. Like,
I won't do that.
Right?
I won't do that. Like, honestly, like we don't like like last night we all went out. It was me and my two brothers. We went out. We communicate with females because group of males talking to a group of males somehow is going to lead bad. But like we're not out there wilding out. You know what I'm saying? But let's bring it down to a lower level. Let's say me and my brothers want to go to the gym.
Go to the gym.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna bring her to the
But
gym
I'm
to work
saying,
out with us.
so you are like, y'all are never gonna go out to like a club together.
No,
No,
we will.
okay.
But if I'm out with my brothers,
If it's like
I'm
a
not gonna
guy's
say
night out.
right.
I'm gonna bring her. But now if they say, yeah, my girl trying to go, I'm like, well, all of our girls coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or if
yeah.
he, so like for prime example, when we had this conversation last night, and I said, well, you don't, because he had mentioned something about like, oh, one of my female friends that asked me to go out, this, that, and the third. And I was like, oh, well, you don't ask me to go out like with you ever. And he was like, well, when I'm, what? He was like, well, when I'm out with my brothers, like, I'm not going to ask you to go out because that's just going to be weird. Like, that's just going to be awkward. But it was a situation where he went out with one of his brothers and one of his other female friends. And he was like, that's the prime, like, example of when I could have invited you out because I'm with, you know, another female friend of mine.
Yeah.
So the next time that
Yeah, I admit I should have invited.
Okay.
But just like if y'all go out, I don't want to be the only man there. Like I don't want to be sitting there and y'all having mimosas and I'm sitting there drinking
don't
a
do
beer.
that because
Like,
y'all be drinking mimosas too.
I don't.
He does
I do
drink
not.
mimosas.
I don't do it.
you missing out.
Right.
The mimosa will
Because
get
ain't
you
nothing
right.
girly about a mimosa.
Nope, they get you right.
It's champagne. And juice.
That's a whole nother conversation in itself. Drinks, that's a whole nother conversation. We not even gonna go down that road.
Okay, so how do you all set boundaries within your relationship with friends of the opposite sex? So like, Lonnie, it's 2 a.m. and your male friend call you. Like, you check that? Do you like, oh, that's my brother. Like, he might need something. Like, what is that scenario play out?
I mean, I feel like if one of my male friends called me at 2 a.m, I wouldn't necessarily hesitate to answer or decline, like, because he's my male friend. Like, like you said, he may need something or he may need to talk about something or anything like that. But, like, if I'm with him, then I probably won't answer. But I know it's probably different for him.
Yeah, I don't agree
depending
with
on
that. Like,
his
that's your
relationship.
friend. That's your friend. Like, that he might need you. He might need somewhere to stay for the night. Like, I'm not insecure. Like, hey, look, I trust you. If you're gonna be honest about it, be honest about it. Now, if he calls you to him like, hey, baby girl, I miss you. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Like, I'm right here, my brother. Like, I'm trying to come get in the bed with y'all. What? No.
What? Wait, that just went so left.
Because I've been in a position where I didn't feel like let's say I go out and I know like one of my friends, she lives down the street. I don't want to drive all the way home. Hey, let me come stay on your couch for the night.
Oh no.
See,
no.
see, like why is that so bad though? If you have the
Yeah,
right
like home. You can bring your ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You don't bring yourself home.
Exactly, I get it. But this comes, like she said, it has to just come with the trust behind everything. If you trust them enough, then you shouldn't worry about that, especially if you know, like, I've known Bree, who is my closest female friend, for 6 years. I ain't want that girl not once. Never have tried to have her, never tried to want her. She's never wanted me. Honestly, it's weird if we even thought about something like that. So, like, I don't mind going over her house and sleeping for the night. Like, and then once you realize that that's our relationship, then you wouldn't be mad, or you will understand that, yeah, he's really just going over there just to go to sleep. And that's just how I think it should be. So, like, if we laying down sleeping, a man called her at 2:30 a.m., and I'm like, who was calling you this time? Like, I'm going to question that, because I remember when I was single and I was making them calls, it wasn't for no, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? You know what I'm saying? But she said, oh, no, that's just, what's his name?
Jawan.
Okay, it's just Jawan. See, that's the
Why
problem.
did you want to say his name?
I don't know him. So I'm going to be scared, going to be confused, like, who is Jawan? Well, this is my friend from 10 years ago. Okay, well, make sure he all right. He called you, I was just checking on you. All right, well, time to get on the phone. Like, it's over with, you know what I'm saying? But it just comes with the trust. If you don't trust him, then don't let that man go to no girl house.
Right.
2:30 in the morning.
I agree that he should just be coming home.
Yeah, Lonnie, you would be. I mean, not to put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
I think it depends. Like with our relationship right now, because we don't live in the same household, like it's understandable. Like if he's out, like for prime example, we don't live in the same household. He was out last night. Like if he was too drunk to drive or whatever, and he didn't want to go far,
I'm coming to get you.
Thank you.
Like, I'm gonna get you.
Right, that's
like, am I crazy? Like,
but like but if he wanted to like go to his best friend Bree house and sleep on her couch for the night, like I wouldn't have an issue with that because we don't live in the same household. Now, if we were in the same household living together, then that'll be a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying? But like,
It'd be difficult. We'll be home.
right? You would have to find your way home. You have no choice, but.
you or the
Right.
lock will be
If
on
we,
that door.
If we were living in the same household, then that'll be another conversation. But because we're not living in the same household, like currently in our relationship, I wouldn't really have a problem with it. Like I would at least want him to call me and be like, "Hey, I'm staying at such and such house. This is where I'm at. Just to let you know, I'm okay. This, that, and the third." Like that's all that I would ask for.
But I feel like it could only be that one friend though. Like it can't just be like it can only be Bree. It can't just be like, oh, I'm staying at Sasha house tonight.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
it can't be no random girl or like some girl that he ain't never right, or he hasn't talked to in like some years.
Okay, you over here making my getting hot. I'm back sweating, Jesus.
I met a friend 2 days ago. I'm about to go stay with her.
Yeah, no,
I can't drive home.
Then I'll be like, okay, where you at? Because I'm coming to get you. Like, nah, that's no.
I'm gonna have an attitude, but I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna be mad.
Crying. I don't even know how we got here.
We were talking about like just the boundaries within relationships and friendships. Mm-hmm. So do y'all have couple friends? I mean, I guess that's the question for me as well. I know you know.
Couple friends?
Jesus.
No, but like, so like
Did you say Jesus?
Like so because your bros have girlfriends or some of them. So like, do y'all go out together? Like,
we haven't reached that point yet.
Okay.
And like the two dudes I went out with, they both have girlfriends, and one's not in state, she's still in school, and the other one, she just doesn't like going out. Like, as me knowing them, like my man, his name's Shaw, he lives out in Richmond. He has a girlfriend now. Yeah, exactly. And I tell him, I'm like, bro, I literally went out there. I wanted to meet this girl, like you might. And we was on the phone. I'm like, why she don't want to speak to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it sounds kind of bad in some people's ears, but if I have a girlfriend, I'm gonna pray and hope that my brothers like her, because if they don't like her, then it's gonna make me look at her a little different. Like, man, like what's going on? Like, these are the people I'm closest to. Why don't they like you? And then it's gonna be weird to have her around. And like you said, I want that couple relationship that we can all go out, but if y'all don't like her, it's not going to be the same. So, yeah, at some point, yeah, we should, I want to. You know, your sister.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone on, like, double dates with my sister.
They all right.
Yeah, we've gone on a double date with my sister, and that was pretty cool. But I think, like, with his friends, we just have... Come on. With his friends, we just haven't gotten to that point where, like, you know, we've all, like, went out. Like, I think we like mentioned it like in passing, like especially like with his friend Lee, like I mentioned it to him like, oh, we should go like to Topgolf and do like a double date, like that type of thing. He's not really into double dates, but I'm getting him into
it's the same thing though.
But you just don't want to call it that, like, oh, we going out with my bro and his girl. It's a double date.
It's literally
I understand that, but she playing.
You just don't want to call it no double date.
I don't like doing it.
Even if y'all are going out, you're like, hey, bro, we about to go grab dinner. You and your girl come. That's then a double date.
Well,
like.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but with, like I said, this what we got going on is new. I'm still trying to have the dates like more intimate, where it's just us, like, you know, spending time together. After a while, you know what I'm saying, we going out just to go out, like not going out to spend time together. We just going out because we want to. Yeah, come on. Like, and she like to do a lot of things where like she just randomly say, yeah, this is what we all doing today. And I'm like, well, where we going? So like, yeah, well, we going with the entire brother. I'm like, oh, so it's a us thing. I just thought it was me. No, you know, but I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it because I'm telling them.
So you want to have more solo
exclusive time.
And
to start like
yeah.
to really like establish, because I mean like since he's been home and like a lot of other things have been going on like personally like in my life and his life, we haven't really like been able to really like sit down and be like intimate and like solo one-on-one time. So I mean I agree with that. I think that's more important first to like really establish like that intimate like connection and bond first before, you know, we kind of explore into, you know.
And this is not relationship therapy for Renard and Lonnie. What about you? You had a couple. I mean, what's going on here?
You know, y'all know I love stuff like that. Like I love going out and like being with other people. Now, I don't know. I don't feel like we have like that couple friend because then it gets a little weird when people break up, like when they don't last.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Besides, he was right.
Yeah, no. So I think like I feel like that also comes more when you like get married and then you have married friends. Because like right now we're still like young and figuring out. I mean we've been together for 6 years, so you know we pretty solid. Yeah. So like people know our relationship, but I feel like once you get married, then you have like married friends and you start to get
stuff like Kim and Mark.
Oh yeah, my sister and her boyfriend, but that's my sister. Family. Yeah, like we.
Yeah.
But see, there's no hesitation there. Like we all lived together at one point too, all four of us. So it was literally like we all have that type of relationship where it's like, oh, we going here tonight, y'all want to come, like almost. And because we, like I said, we've been together so long, it's not like, and we live together. At the end of the day, we're always going to be alone at some point in the day. So it's not as we don't have any hesitation to like invite other people or like you know
y'all always have that one-on-one.
Yeah, and then it's just us in the house, so. We gonna go out with y'all, but we gonna go home and have our time at the end of the night.
That's understandable.
Mm-hmm. So what was the process like setting those boundaries in the beginning?
So we were together in high school and college, so like that, the whole opposite sex relationships was very different than the perspective now. Like you have to realize 16-year-old me was not having it.
Right.
Like 17-year-old me, like no. And even him too, like, you know, I feel like as a man you get more mature with the years and you come to your senses like, I trust this girl, like I don't got nothing to worry about. But we have more like opposite sex associates, but I don't necessarily have a male best friend. But in like it's just because like you have to set those boundaries, and if someone constantly is crossing those boundaries, then you have to get cut off. Like it just is what it is. But no, like my closest friends are like my girls and some male associates, but that's it. Or there's like a couple people that like I've known since middle school that is still like happy birthday bro, or like, but it's not like we talk 12 times a year if that like.
So speaking of boundaries, do y'all think that it's more difficult for women to have opposite sex friendships and relationships than males?
Yeah. Men are more sexual beings, so like all that run through their mind all the time, and for us it doesn't.
Yeah, like it's so crazy. One time my mom, I don't remember what we were talking about, but she said, honestly, if at any given time a male was given the opportunity to sleep with you, even if that's like your best friend or something, she was just like, most of the time they would take up on that offer. Like if you were to throw yourself at someone you call your male best friend, they wouldn't be like, oh nah, like I don't look at you like that. So from your perspective, like, do you feel that that's true? We got to get your perspective in here because that's the woman's perspective.
And honestly, I wouldn't say it's true to everybody. Like I said, like, I think what makes it weird, because I've been in that predicament before. Because someone that I looked at as my best friend, she done that, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, this is not how I look at you. But now it's weird, and I don't know about y'all, but the next day, I don't think females can say, hey, what happened last night? I was drunk, I don't know what it was. But now I'm looking at you different because I don't know how long you've been thinking this, and now I looked at you as a sister, and now you want to look at me as a lover. I don't want to be around that right now because
you can't go back after that.
Yeah, so now that's just ruining our friendship. And now, like, somebody that I really had a lot of love for, I will always love you, but I can't keep communicating with you, especially if I'm in a relationship as well. Like, now I feel like you're disrespecting me, her, our relationship. That's not fair to nobody. I don't like that. I don't like it. And like you said, though, males are very sexual, and it's like, and I don't think it's harder for females. I think it's, I would say equivalent, because females want males just as much in my eyes, because I know some people that, ooh, the eye roll just just kill me.
Because there's some people that I have considered my male friends that I couldn't, like, I could just, like no, like, I can't.
Exactly.
Like, I couldn't imagine myself.
Exactly. Like, once again, Bree, I wish that, ew. Now, she's a very beautiful young lady, but I could not see myself doing nothing like that because I look at her as my sister now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would never cross that boundary. I met her boyfriend. The guy's cool. I met her mother. I met her father. They call me son sometimes. I call him, like, no. Why would I disrespect their family like that? And they put trust in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at her and she look at me as her protector, just like she has a male best friend. I want him to be his best friend. I want him to be there for her because if I'm not around to help her and protect her, I need somebody else there. That's how I look at it.
That's a very mature perspective.
It is. But yeah, now, like, I just feel like the same, like, now for me, it's just like any friends that we make, it's just gonna be our friends.
Right.
Like, they gonna have to be our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I guess what happens, like, God forbid y'all break up, then it's like, if y'all make friends that are both of y'all friends, what does that whole thing look like? So, like, do y'all still go to friend outings and then both of y'all show up and then y'all looking at each other like, well, that's still my friend. That's still
I don't think
friend.
I've gotten to, we haven't gotten to that point where it's like that sitcom situations and then, you know.
It's bad.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to that point because our friends, like, they're cool. Like, my friends are cool with him, vice versa. But it's not like, at the end of the day, we know whose side they're on. Like.
How do you feel about that, though? Knowing whose side they're on?
I don't feel any type of way because I expect my girls to have my back. Like, if it hits the fan, like, and you over there consoling him, you will get cut off. Like, it's just, I just can't help you.
So me and my ex, we were really cool with her best friend, her boy. We used to go to their house all the time. Like, those was my friends. Like, we became cool. Sometimes when they was going out, she couldn't go. I'd go with them.
So, I guess if you're in a relationship and both of y'all make a friend or a couple of friends while y'all are in a relationship and then y'all break up, what does that look like? Like, not to say that they were your friend before y'all got in a relationship, y'all all became friends.
What you're saying, so like we met somebody out last Saturday.
We met somebody like out last Saturday. We thought they was cool. Like, you know, they had a significant other too. They became our couple friend, whatever. And if we break up,
I feel like it's just whoever you gravitated more towards. Because it's never going to be completely equal.
And the dynamic has to shift. Like, so of course it's not outings with like all four of y'all anymore. And it might be like, oh, I invited her to come out and go get brunch with us or something. But like, the dynamic has to change. I don't think I've seen anyone like successfully just keep a relationship after like the breakup.
What?
I'm telling you, I've been in all this predicament before, man.
You're
It's
like,
weird.
no,
like even when you go out, like all right, you go out, it's two of them and it's just you. Now they're looking at you like you're missing something.
Right.
Like
you're the third wheel.
And all they're going to be asking is questions about the other person.
Yeah, like,
so what
have you heard
happened?
from her? Now I just think you're very nosy. I don't like you no more. Like, she cheated. I don't know. Like, now you start lying because you want them to love you more. Nah. Or when you go out, you feel like you just not the same because we all had fun together. You take one tie off a car, it ain't gonna drive the same. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. I don't like it. It's creepy.
It's pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, you just, at that point, you just kind of, that's when you just become like social media friends.
Yeah.
Like, when I see you,
If I see you while I'm at the store, like, oh,
hey, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
No, you can't. I'm not about to just, you can't just skip over it like it didn't happen.
Yeah,
like,
you have
people
to
try to just
go.
continue, like, carrying on. No.
Like in 2 weeks, if she come over here with another dude, do a show. What y'all gonna sit right here?
I'm going to definitely be like, so, Yanni, you gotta step out real quick, or...
We wouldn't even get that far. We wouldn't even get the setup. We'd be like, so we need to catch up. We need a meeting real quick.
Yeah, like, what's going on?
Would you put more trust in your friends or your significant other?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. My viewpoint is always... My significant other, I have to live with them the rest of my life. Like, that's the person, well, granted, if that's that person. But that's somebody that I'm going to have to be with, live with. You know, I have to do that as a choice. So I feel like that trust is stronger and means something more than my friendships. Just because those can come and go. Granted, you want those to be, your most loyal, whatever. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to live with you for the rest of my life, this need to be here all the time.
I see that. But I also feel like it's situational.
Yes.
Because what am I trusting you on? Am I trusting you, like, in my relationship now as a man, you're the head of this household. If you're making decisions for us, like, financially, like, we're building a plan together, we're talking kids and marriage and, like, things that affect us, I'm going to have my trust in you. Like, I'm going to give you the reins. I'm going to let you do what you do. I'm going to give you my input. Like, I'm going to let you be the man of the household. However, if one of my friends is like, girl, I saw him out with another girl, then at that point, then I have to, right, then it switches. So it's like, I feel like it's very situational. And then when you get to, like, family, like, my sister is my best friend. Like, we do everything together. Like, seriously. So if she's telling me something and what you're telling me doesn't match what she's saying, like, there's going to be some static there. I'm not going to be able to pick a side, like, each time. Like, I'm not going to say it's going to be him every time. It's going to be my sister every time. Mm-hmm. Like, it really just depends on the situation. But in terms of, like, trust, like, I trust them, but it's just, like, depends on the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the same thing. It definitely depends on the situation.
You can't just make that answer.
It depends on the situation, and it depends on the friend. Because you have different connections and different levels of bonds with different friends that you have. So, like, prime example, if my best friend comes to me and says, like you said, I saw Renard out with, and he had some girl, da-da-da-da-da, I will believe her over him. Because that's my best friend. Like, she has my best interest. Like, I've known her for a long period of time. Like, she wouldn't, I trust her. Mm-hmm. But if it were somebody that I just became friends with, maybe, like, earlier on in the year, we haven't really had, like, that strong, like, bond connection, then I would be like, okay, I would have to question
it. You sure it was him?
Like, are you sure it was him, or are you just saying that, or, like, are you over-exaggerating the situation? Like, I would have to analyze both sides, but I think it depends on the friend.
So then you give him a chance. If it's that friend, he has a chance to redeem himself and explain the situation. But if it's Pep, that's it. You gone.
I wouldn't say that's it, but I would still get both sides of the story, but I think it would be more so, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it'll be kind of like a 90-10 situation.
10. That's a long way to work yourself.
I'm just being honest.
No, I don't disagree with you. But it's just funny because that's a long, like, 10%.
Have y'all ever seen Jerry Springer show? Like, every episode had to do with my sister or my friend wanting my husband, and, like, I feel like I get where y'all coming from, but y'all putting trust in these people that the same people with different lifestyles put the trust in. Don't mean that they're gonna be in your best interest.
If you were in that situation and your bro was like, I seen Lonnie out, like,
Leap.
Yeah, she's like, I seen Lonnie out.
Because I'm gonna say Leap.
She was in Louis Vuitton. This man was buying her purses and everything.
Why you ain't buy me nothing? No.
That is not your response.
Like,
not your response.
That would actually would be.
They out at dinner, like, he was kissing on her, like.
I'm not even like, okay, why you ain't smack him, Leak? Like, cause, like, I'm actually in this position with my man Shaw. Shaw has a female friend just like I have Bree. He's seen this dude out at the party with a female. They all went out one time. He was a little third wheel. The dude said he was at G-Ho out of state. The girl, like, yeah, everybody said he was there. And Shaw, like, nah, I've seen him, but she won't believe him. But at a point, he was like, well, I'm going to stay out of it. But if my brother Leek told me that he's seen her, I know that Leek knows her. There's nothing to hesitate about. Right. Y'all seen me one time. I'm kind of noticeable, but if I wasn't so noticeable, y'all might be like, well, maybe that wasn't. No. Leek know her. If he said he seen it, he saw it, I believe him.
But you literally just said, so y'all gonna believe these people who, gonna put your trust in these people who have different lifestyles, different.
Exactly.
That's literally what you just said. But you said you gonna trust your man over her. And she's like, babe, that wasn't me. Like, that was like, I was at podcast recording.
Okay, show me the podcast. I want.
And she got somebody. Listen, we got footage.
You got footage.
Well, there you go. Then all right, well, you one up me.
Right.
So then what do you
say? The same thing.
I'm gonna believe him, but if she can,
if she got an alibi?
if she got an alibi, I'm okay.
Or receipts. If I got the
So then what happens with you and your man? Like, does that cause
Right.
static in your relationship? Because it's like you was lying to me. Like,
I ain't gonna say he was lying because I ain't gonna say she telling the truth. Cause just like I would defend him, y'all telling me y'all wouldn't make up no fake podcast receipts? Y'all, okay then. Yeah, I don't know who to believe. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, females, y'all easy. Y'all will plan a whole week in advance for her to go cheat and be happy in her life because she said I did something wrong. Yeah.
Some females are like that. Not all females are like that.
but I will say we gonna help her out, but we still gonna be like, Lonnie, that's
correct
her.
her.
Right.
We
But
got
she
her
not gonna-
back.
But we gonna correct her on our side.
Yeah, but y'all ain't gonna be like, hey, nah, let me tell you what she was doing. Y'all
Maybe later we'll have her like sit down with you and be like, dang, okay, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, we gonna help you this one time.
yeah, like
Lonnie.
we'll hold you.
Don't
make
do
sure
it
you
again.
find out eventually
Don't
from
do it
her.
again. Don't do it again because we gonna let you drown.
One time only.
I can only change the timestamp once.
But I feel like Janelle would be the one to be like, okay, Lonnie, you gotta tell him.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be like, okay, we'll do this, but tomorrow you gonna sit down with him, right? Like,
But what's the point of doing it?
Right.
because it's accountability.
No, you do have to like confess, but we not going. If you just the conclusion is you gonna confess, then we not about to
Why
go
you
through
putting the
Photoshop. Yeah, we not about to Photoshop audio.
I do it for you, sis.
Nah, she gonna do all that.
Nah.
You confess because then now he know your friend is a liar.
No, because I held her accountable.
But then how he gonna know which friend it was?
It don't matter. I don't care as long as I can.
What I'm not understanding is why perform the cover up if you're going
not gonna use it.
if you're going to make her confess because then
Because she needs it.
but she doesn't because you're gonna make her confess.
It might not be tomorrow. Maybe like the next
2
week.
years.
No,
I'll be like, remember that time?
So I'm gonna get you out of the hot water for five. You got 5 business days to
Like
to fix your story.
if you in jail, you committed a crime. I'ma bail you out. I'm not gonna put you
But
sit in
then
there.
you're gonna get on.
But then when I go to court,
You
you
gonna
want me to
testify.
tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So help me
For a
God.
plea.
There's too many stipulations here. There's so many.
Not for a plea.
I think all trust is situational though, because anybody, if we're being real, anybody can cross you at any point. Like your mama and your daddy really could if they wanted to. Like
Sure.
crazy to think about, but everybody is literally their own
conversation.
individual.
Yeah.
So protect your peace,
For
protect
real.
yourself, and you know you
Choose
gotta,
wisely.
you gotta trust people who you think you can
Trust,
trust,
yeah.
and everybody's
Take
out
a
on a
chance.
whim here. Like
It's all about taking chances at this point. Take
That's
that chance,
crazy.
take that risk. I mean, it's
scary.
unfortunate.
No,
but
it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary and it's unfortunate, but I mean, that's the reality that we live in now.
Because your own family and friends will be hating on you.
Yeah, Russian roulette. Literally.
Well, thank you so much, Renard, for joining us. You've been
Yes.
very insightful.
Well, thanks for having me. You love
Yeah,
ladies.
it's been a great time.
I hope this was a great first podcast experience.
Yeah.
Like you might come back. Yeah. Like, would you come back?
Yeah.
Not because she
That
your
was real
girlfriend.
slow. Would you come back for real?
If you ain't know
course.
us.
Yeah. I'm at the top of my life.
All right.
It's too
Well,
early,
if you
though.
wanna plug in anything, social media, what you do, I don't know, shout out, any shout outs, this your time to shine.
You want to shout out your friends?
He didn't already shout them out
Yeah,
there. So.
Yeah, that's
Talking about love, man.
Thank you, Renard's
Yeah.
friends, for being great examples of what we need to talk about here today.
We apologize for any unsolicited name dropping
we
that
are
happened.
so sorry.
You don't
Yes.
know the half. We're gonna get in some trouble later.
Yes. But anyway,
Hey, y'all.
that's a wrap. It's too early. Season 4, episode 4, signing out.